Alright guys, welcome back to another recap. I'm officially back. No trades. Actually, I took a trade Friday. I took my laptop with me. If you guys have been following with me, you guys knew I had some things to do this weekend, so I didn't trade Friday and I didn't trade Monday. Remotely Friday, barely anything. I think I made 70 bucks. Monday, yesterday, I got home at like 3 in the morning from like 4 or 5 sleepless nights of 4 or 5 hours, and so I just didn't feel like trading. Actually, I didn't even get up for trading, so no trading yesterday. And today, the market decided to greet me back with a red day, down 470 bucks. But I was trading okay. This loss right here of FTCH, I'll cover it first. This is really what put me red on the day. If you guys are new to the channel, I do this every single day unless I don't trade like yesterday, but I make a daily recap of going over all the trades that I take. If you guys also didn't know, I stream live every single morning, so you guys can see every single trade I take, why and why I stop out or why I take my profits 15 minutes before the market opens right here on YouTube or tradecaster.com. But so this trade is the one that put me red on the day pretty much. I took $650 loss right off the bat. And then I kind of FOMO chased some of the other trades, so I'll go over those. PEGY was the second one, so I was down almost $800 within the first 10-15 minutes of the market open. And after that, it was just grind time, which Tesla is the one that ended up saving me today. I called out some nice Tesla plays this morning. Unfortunately, I missed them, but then I was able to get the backside. And I think the majority of my trades profit on Tesla was on the short side. So 236 profit, and then it broke it down to all of these trades here. But total on Tesla, I made over $420 profit right there in the back. So that was Tesla that saved me on the day. Let me go over FTCH and then show you guys why I took a loss on that one. So FTCH, it wasn't even a gapper. It was something that just showed up on Momentum Scanner. The first thing I noticed was easy to borrow, and second thing I noticed was we are right at the 200 moving average. At the 200 moving average, I'm thinking, we might squeeze through this. This one gapped up 2 days ago. Had a sideways action day yesterday, and then today it was like, hey, we're back in here and gapping up at the beginning of the open. And so this thing ripped, pretty nice volume, kind of stalled out a little bit there, under $11, pulled back, and then pulled back. And on these pullbacks, that first candle had a lot of volume, and then these red candles kind of volume was dying. And so I ended up taking my first add on this red candle, and then I added there again on VWAP. Kind of held it, tried pushing up here. I should have seen the weakness of it not taking walls down, not really reclaiming some levels, not making a new 1 minute candle and make a new high. And so I didn't sell. Unfortunately, I also fat fingered this one. So when I did try selling here, I actually added more to the play, and then as it dropped, I quickly bailed out of it. So I didn't lose a lot more, but I added, and then stopped out. That right there was the only trade that I took. Here I can show you guys my show trades, so you guys know that I actually took those trades right there. So bought, and then accidentally fat fingered there, bought, and then sold on the way down. So I did lose another 2 cents on extra shares that I shouldn't have added. That was the only trade there. Once I saw this one pull down that aggressively, I was like, I'm not interested on this one. I did knew it was easy to borrow, so I could have tried maybe shorting any pop again back up to 1050, which was these two spikes here. I could have shorted those two with easy to borrow stock, but I think I took a big loss on this one. Might have rushed that trade. That's in the first 4 or 5 minutes of market open. I didn't want to do anything to do with the stock. Didn't want to look at the loss physically and just go to a different stock and trade something else. Which then that's when I went to PEGY. Now PEGY, I was being careful off the bat. Somebody mentioned offering on this one, and this one's been a stock that gapped up pretty good the last couple of months. We had some nice runs on this one. It went from $4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to 750. And to me, it's back under the 200 moving average on the daily, so you guys can see this is a nice little run we had, and then back under the 200. And for the last month, this thing has been getting beaten down. It's just right there behind, right there behind, right there. And then today we finally gap up. The only thing on this one was I never got a healthy pullback here, so I wanted this thing to open up and then kind of pull back to this area here of 329, 339. These were the levels that I saw from the previous day. So if you look at my 5-minute chart, you got some levels here at 339, and then pre-market this morning 329. So I was looking for those two. I never got 329, and then I got 339, but barely a tap there. That was pretty extended, so I didn't get anything there. I waited for it to kind of create a little bit of a high, start showing some red candles, some weakness, so I took that candle there, dip there. Pretty scratch even trade, took that dip again there. Oh no, this is the one this is the one that I chased. So I took that loss on FTCH, and then I came back to PEGY and I took this trade here, and then right after that I FOMO'd into this play here. I was like, I buy in the dip here, it would have worked out, but then I was like, you know what, I'm not already in, so I buy the dip here just to create a new high of day. So I get in 364, the previous high of day was 365, and this thing spikes up 365, 366, 367, creates the new high of day animation. I was up 30-40 bucks. It was a small share size trade, and I didn't take any profit. I was chasing this thing, and I was greedy with not taking my profit, so it ended up flushing right back down. I stopped out way down here at 349, so almost bottom ticked it on the way out, so pretty bad fail. So I bought there, sold there. That's where I took the $200 loss. And then again, PEGY, didn't like PEGY anymore. Pretty big rejection there. Decided to not look at this anymore and avoid it, so ended up pulling back down. Now, if I was able to short, you know, after that flush, any spike here, that would have been the nice place to catch a short. You would go on that nice flush and then kind of create a nice flag here for a second drop. Even now, it's still pulling back down. So hopefully, I might be looking to open a short trading account, but for now, I got to play the long side, and I didn't play this one well. Not very much opportunities either. It wasn't, I mean, besides the open, that it was almost impossible to chase, unless you chased it and got some profit. There wasn't really a clear entry. After that, I went over to NVTA. NVTA, I had a good feel. I had a good ad. I just did not execute this one well, and so also didn't really quite open up. 359 was the previous day high, so if you also go back to yesterday's high was right at the open. It was 359 right there, and so today I was kind of looking for the stock to push over 359, pull back down to 359, hold 359, and get my entries at 359, and then see if I can get this thing to open up to 378, which is the previous high of day. And so when this thing pushed in, pretty nice pop here. You can see that volume definitely increased. Now buyers were watching this thing, and it started pulling down to 359. That's where I took my entries, so I got in at 360, 1 penny off my pivot. I tried it getting in there. Unfortunately, I only jumped in small share size, and then this one was moving up, back up pretty slow. Like this candle here's got 16,000 volume. This one's got 30. This one's got 30 and 42. Like that's pretty low volume. If I would have taken 5-10 shares, I'm taking a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, eighth of the actual candle's volume, right? And so I couldn't take a big share size, and it was moving up really slow because of lack of volume. So at this point, I think I closed this trade out here. I took that small profit, and then I went over to a different stock to trade it because I thought another one was looking better than this. So I grabbed those quick profits there. And that's about it. I took a PDSB trade. This one was a rate trade as well. Let me see what this one was. Opened up. Okay, so this one was also a fear of a FOMO trade. But, you know, at least I did my due diligence on this one of chasing a very small share size. This was a $500, a 500 share. You know, that might be a lot for you guys, but 500 shares for me is really quite nothing. It's the smallest share size I'll take on anything, unless it's something like Tesla or the big large caps. But we got a very nice squeeze on this one, and we popped up to like 796, 797. And I was like, this thing could pull back to 782 because that was previous high of day. So look at my 5-minute candle down here. I got that high of 782. And so I was like, if this thing rips up to 797, pulls back to 782, I could take a trade there. So previous high day, you get that push, you get that pullback to previous high day. Take that trade there. So even here, take that trade there and see if we can break $8. Hold number was next. When it popped down to 782, I clicked the buy button, and the candle popped right back up slightly before I had punched the buy button. And so by the time my order went in, instead of getting filled at 782, I got filled at 793, so about 10 cents higher than I wanted to. And I just ended up closing the trade out, which would have worked out, but I think I lost $60 on that one. And then this was kind of a weird dumb trade that I wanted to take. I tried catching a short here, so 782 again, kind of rejected, tried taking a short there. It was moving in my favor, and I put a stop, like I think break even or something like that. And I wanted to see if this thing would just flush back down with 100 shares. You know, it's not going to give me a lot, but just to see, test some shorting out. And ended up coming back. Lack of volume got me out pretty high, and this stock wants to try to keep running. 824 is the next level to look for. 782, you can see how it's even being respected here. So there's the resistance became support, and now you had a pretty nice push there. And then Tesla is the only green stock that I have today, the only green ticker. Now, if I guess it's not wanting to show the trades anyways, But this morning, when I first looked at Tesla before the market opened, I mentioned if Tesla drops down, that's a lot of trades. Oh my gosh. I mentioned if Tesla pulls down to 195 50s, 195.50s, I might be looking to get long on Tesla because we just put in a high of 199 and I think we can get $200 on the stock. And this is a trade that, I mean, before market open, I was like 195.50, 195.50, 195.50. We can go up to 200s. This thing kind of, Tesla kind of opened lower and it was hitting 195, 199.50. Like this wick right here is exactly 199.50. And after that, it put in a very nice leg. I could have caught some of this, but I don't think I did. I think I shook some trades here, thinking this was a 195.50 already. So I took a trade there. I was up 200, came back down, stopped me out. I think I tried it again on this green candle here. I was up 200, came back and stopped me out. So there was two trades back to back there that I was up $200. So I could have been up 400 already and been almost break even on the day. But I literally got out of those trades up like 20 bucks. A couple of other trades that I missed on this one, kind of clean little bit of a pivot here, kind of pushing up, flags over this pivot, and I knew I was looking for a new high day, 199, 200. I could have taken some ads here for that break, and I don't think I did. I think I took one way up here higher. I'm not going to show my trades because there's a bunch of them. You guys can pause it on the way out if you wanted to. Another trade that I wanted to play on this one was a short here. So I see that we spiked up, made a new high, we spiked up, barely made a new high, and then we spiked up again and made a lower high. And all of these spikes right here are kind of holding a flat $200 zone for Tesla, so that's $200 right there. Every time it got in 200, pulls back, pulls back, pulls back, pulls back, and so to me it looked like a little bit of a trend line here. Tesla could not get over 200, it was making lower lows, and so I tried taking a short here. I took some profit out there and I got stopped out. I should have put a higher stop or re-entered there, and I missed this very nice push back down, and so this was a pretty nice trade that I missed. I also had a trend line here, and I think at that point I was like, I'm anticipating the break of this trend line here to crash back down to VWAP, and so I was able to call that one out. I executed poorly. I jumped in here, stopped out, or made profit, stopped out, and then went without me. The other one that I did catch, there was one, this one here. No. Yes. I was up on the stock like $250, and then I got caught in this flush. So I had another trend line here, and we finally got that push out of it. I added there, and I added at that trend line touch, and then got absolutely flushed down. So this trade right here actually put me back to break even on the stock, like instantly. And then I was like, wow, that pulled back really aggressive. This thing is going to want more. So I stopped out real quick. It ended up popping up a tiny bit here. And I think on this one I played it pretty aggressively again. So I shorted, like top ticked this candle here, shorted again. And then I covered most of it way down here. So I got that nice little bit of a move there. So literally what I had just lost here. See, I shorted here. No, I bought here and I sold it. And then as it came back up on this green candle, I shorted there with 600 shares short. And then I covered down here. So literally what I had, these are all tiny scalps. There's a difference between scalping 100 shares, 100 shares, 100 shares. When I see a clean trade like that, play it with 600, 300. So a little bit more conviction on the trade, a little bit more aggressive. But literally what I had lost on this trade here, I ended up making it back from here to there. So that put me up $200 on the day, and I think the remaining of this trade, the remaining profit on this trade, I had 7,000 shares trade on Tesla. That's a lot. Was the short of all of this move right here. I believe I shorted it there and here, and I caught some very nice moves. And then I think I actually flipped long down here. And the reason I did was if I look at my bigger time frame on Tesla, which is this one, just an hour time frame or 4-hour time frame, you can see we're kind of following this type of channel, maybe rising wedge a little bit higher, and so it pulled back right down to that level where that first spike was, and you can see touch, 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 which was exactly this line right here. It could be a little bit moved up, which that was that line. So when the second time it came back to that level, there's this touch here already proving it, and there's 1-hour time frame of 4 or 5 days where this could bounce. So I ended up taking a long there. I think I fully closed it out somewhere in here, but that was a little bit of my last profit. And that's pretty much it. Tesla, I mean, I made $420. So far, Tesla's been good. I think the first few days that I traded Tesla, I made a lot of money, and then I gave some back. But today, it's helped me out again. So definitely decreased my red day. So I am down still today though, but I will definitely come back tomorrow better. It's been 4 days since I didn't trade, so hopefully I was just a little bit off, and tomorrow I can come back and get those profits back. Anyways, if you guys like this recap, hit the thumbs up, leave some comments down below, and I will see you guys live trading tomorrow, 15 minutes before market opens. Hit that notification bell so you guys are notified exactly when I go live. And let's try to, let's see if we can make some money tomorrow, because today was a red day. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Thumbs up, thumbs up.